You rehearse text messages before sending them. Even "sounds good" gets typed, deleted, retyped. I've watched you develop a skill, reading silence. You can tell the difference between someone who's busy and someone who's pulling away. You decode absences the way other people read words. Nobody taught you this. Survival did. You don't remember when you stopped believing people who said, "I'm not mad." But you learn that calm voices sometimes come before explosions. That it's fine means you have 15 minutes to fix something you didn't know you broke. Your body keeps a ledger. Every time someone's face didn't match their voice. Every time reassurance came before abandonment. Now you can't stop auditing. You check your partner's face when they say they love you. Not because you don't believe them, because you've learned that truth and safety are different things. People think you're anxious. They don't see what you're doing, running probabilities. This is not anxiety. This is forecasting based on data. The data just happens to be every time you were punished for being human. You've changed in ways you don't talk about. You used to tell people when something hurt. Now you do the math first. Is saying this worth the risk of them getting defensive, of them leaving because you're always bringing up problems? Most of the time, the math says no, so you say nothing, and the nothing piles up until you forget what your actual voice sounds like. The old version couldn't exist in what you survived. That version was too open, too trusting. That version had to die so you could live. You think you're broken because you can't relax, because you're always monitoring, calculating, 3 steps ahead, but you're not broken. You're adapted. Every person who hurt you left an instruction. Don't do that again. Don't trust that easily. Don't need that openly. You followed them because the alternative was more pain. This is what trauma does. It doesn't just hurt you once. It teaches you to hurt yourself preemptively, to reject yourself before others can, to minimize your needs so you never risk hearing, "That's too much." You are fluent in self-abandonment now, and you call it being low maintenance. But the hypervigilance that exhausts you also kept you alive. The walls that make you feel disconnected protected what was left of you. Your personality didn't break. It reorganized around the reality that the world isn't always safe, and people aren't always careful with you. You carry 2 versions now, who you were and who you had to become. The gap feels like loss, but it's transformation without your consent. You are not the same. You will never be the same. But you are still here, changed, guarded, calculating every risk, but here. And that version that learned to survive by becoming someone else, that version is why you're still breathing. And here's the part no one tells you. This adaptation saved your life, but it also froze you in the moment you learned it. What protected you then is quietly deciding everything for you now. You call it intuition, but it's vigilance that never stood down. You call it maturity, but it's a nervous system that never received the signal that the war ended. And the most dangerous part, you don't feel controlled because the voice enforcing the rules sounds like you. This isn't weakness, but it is a cost. Because when survival becomes identity, safety replaces truth, and protection replaces choice. You didn't lose yourself by accident. You traded yourself for the promise that nothing would ever hurt you like that again. And it worked. But now you're alive in a body that doesn't know how to live without scanning for impact. This is forbidden core.